Howdy folks, Spencer here, and today I have a couple of quick updates to go through. The first is that the second day of the anniversary giveaways is now live, and it is 2 free Ultimate Tech upgrades that you can claim in the promotions tab of the C Store from now up through Saturday, January 20th at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And for those of you on console, remember again that your anniversary event doesn't start until March 12th, so you're not going to be seeing these giveaways pop up over on console until about a week into March. So with these Ultimate Tech upgrades, the way to claim them is to open up the C Store, go to the Promotions tab, and you should see them up near the top. Now, these Ultimate Tech upgrades are bound to you, but if you happen to have multiple accounts for whatever reason, there is a way that you can take advantage of them still to benefit your main account. So let's say you have some random unbound lockbox weapons on your main account that you want to upgrade to either use or sell. Well, what you can do is you can trade them to your secondary account, like what I'm doing here with this Viridian Dual Beam Bank and the sensor-linked Disruptor Dual Heavy Cannon. I can send them over to that alternate account. I can then go through and use the upgrade over there. Another one. And then once I've went through and upgraded them, I can just open the trade window and send them back over to my main account. And you can do this through the mail system as well. So if you are in a situation where you happen to have multiple accounts for whatever reason, this is definitely a giveaway that you'll want to sign into all of your other accounts to go in and claim, because you will eventually be able to take advantage of those Ultimate Tech upgrades for some unbound gear that you acquire. And next up, I have some good news regarding the STO Wiki. As of a couple hours ago, their website is now back up and running. There's been a few minor issues that they've been going in and sorting out, but all functionality should hopefully be back online. If you happen to run into any issues though on the wiki, then make sure to go and report them in the bug reports section over on the STO Wiki Discord. And like I mentioned yesterday, if you want to support the STO Wiki and their server-related cost, I'll have a link to their Ko-fi page in the description down below and also in a pinned comment. Any support there is appreciated. And next up, I want to follow up on the 14th anniversary bundle predictions that I did about a month ago. There's been a few comments asking if there's been any updates, and unfortunately, there hasn't been anything official from Cryptic yet. There's been a few tweets from Thomas that hint at some ships, which I'll get to here in a moment. But for official communication from Cryptic, we're not going to see anything officially regarding the 14th bundle until a couple days into February. And if you look back to last year, they didn't start to talk about the 13th bundle until February 4th. And then they released the 13th bundle on February 15th. So you should expect a similar schedule this year, in which the 14th bundle will not drop on PC until the middle of February. And if you're over on console, it probably won't drop there until mid to late March. So what we do know is that the theme is most certainly going to be Wolf 359, now that we know for sure that there's a Wolf 359 TFO as part of the anniversary update. We know that they're likely going to stick to a similar layout and pricing structure to the 12th and 13th bundles. So that means that this 14th bundle will have 4 new C-Store ships that can be purchased on their own if you don't want to buy the entire bundle. There will be a premium lockbox or promo ship in there as an account-wide unlock to incentivize you to purchase the entire bundle. And then there will be a T6 coupon, some keys, and some other fluff in the bundle itself to further incentivize you to pick up the entire thing. And for the cost, it should be similar to the 12th and 13th bundles, so around 17,500 Zen. They might increase that by 500 to 1,000 Zen with all the price increases they've done in the past year. But even then, that wouldn't be that much of an increase. With the 25% launch sale, if they stick with the same price, it'll be 13,125 Zen for the first 2 weeks of its release. And then if you're patient and wait for a 35% bundle sale in the future, if they stick to that original price, you'll be looking at 11,375 Zen. And as for the C-Store ships in the bundle, I think all of the predictions I had are probably incorrect. Thomas put out a tweet recently in which he says there are no plans to make a new variant for the New Orleans. He doesn't want us to get our hopes up. Instead, he says that there is other new ground to tread. So that gives me the impression that most of what we're going to see with the new C-Store ships in the 14th bundle are probably going to be some new designs. And Thomas has another tweet where he specifically calls out the Freedom and Niagara classes. And if you look at both of these, here's the Niagara. It sort of resembles the Ambassador in some ways, but third nacelle there clearly makes it a bit different. And the angle of the top two nacelles there is also a bit different than the original Ambassador. So I think it's safe to say this is probably going to be one of the ships. And then the Freedom class, I think most certainly will be in this bundle, because Kale was also talking about there being a single nacelle ship incoming in a 10 forward in the later part of 2023. So between that comment from Kale and Thomas just directly mentioning this ship on Twitter, I think it's safe to say this is probably going to be one of the ships in the bundle. Now, for the other two ships, I'm a little bit less confident on these two, but I think the Springfield here will probably end up being one of them. It did not have the best time in Wolf 359, as you can see by the wreckage it has there. But I know some of you will be happy with that design. And for the other ship, this is the one that I'm the least confident in, because if they're looking to tread new ground, this is just a variant of the Nebula, but it is a bit different with those nacelles up top. So this is a ship that was also involved with the Battle of Wolf 359. Cisco had seen it in the pilot episode of DS9. Riker had a model of it in Future Imperfect. So it's a ship model that was definitely in that fight. And I think that might be another good candidate for them to bring in. I know many of you like the Nebula and like to have more customization options for your ships, so that's one that I wouldn't mind seeing. But I think the new designs with the other ones is also quite nice. The Springfield I know will appeal to some of you. The Freedom, I don't know how I feel about that one. And then the Niagara class, that's again like an Ambassador with a third nacelle to me. And as for the premium ship, the predictions that I had about a month ago I think are still good. The Mirror Warship makes the most sense to me. Wolf 359 had multiple constitutions in the battle, and with the mirror connection in the storyline, I think it would be a good fit, and it would be a ship that would make this bundle sell very, very well. The Mirror Warship has one of the top meta DPS traits on it, Terran Goodbye, which can get you up to 15% crit chance and 75 accuracy. So if that was in there as the bundle exclusive, I think a lot of people would be picking it up. The next ship that I think it could be is the Sagan Command Cruiser. This is the Stargazer from Season 2 of Star Trek Picard. It had tech in it derived from a Borg cube. So with its connection to Picard and the Borg there, that could be a good candidate also. It's a good tank or torp platform. It wouldn't have as much appeal as the other options in my opinion, but I think it would still do well. And then the Excelsior 2, of course, the Excelsior was in Wolf 359, and the Excelsior 2 variant, that's a very popular ship. The console on it is really good for phaser builds. It's very immersive. So if they want something that would get people to go crazy, I think that would be a good choice as well. And the other ideas that I had were the California or Parliament. I don't think those would be as popular as the other options. I think they would work. They would be appealing to a different part of the player base than the first three ships that I'd mentioned, but I think either of those could work also as the bundle exclusive, but I just don't think they would necessarily sell as well as the first three ships. And that's it for the updated predictions here. Again, keep in mind that these are just predictions from the player side. Cryptic has not officially announced anything yet, and they are not going to for another 2+ weeks, most likely. But I would say to keep an eye out with the upcoming Wolf 359 TFO. If you load into that TFO next week and you see that your ship has changed to look like one of the designs that I've just shown you, then I think that indicates we're going to be seeing that model as a player flyable ship here with the 14th bundle. And I'd be curious to hear what you guys think about these designs. I'm not the biggest fan of some of them, especially the Freedom class there. It just looks ridiculous. But I know that's going to appeal to some of you. So again, I'd be curious to hear what you guys think about it. And for those of you interested in the physical Star Trek ship models from Eaglemoss, Real Merch has a sale going on right now in which you can get 7 of the smaller ships for £30, 35 euros, or 40 US dollars plus shipping. These are mostly the alien designs. There's not many Fed ones left in this sale, but there are a few, so I'll have a link to this down below. And disclaimer, I am an affiliate with Real Merch, and it is an affiliate link. So if you do happen to click that link and purchase anything there, I will get a commission based on your purchase. And if there's something you want that isn't part of the sale that they currently have running, I do also happen to have a 10% off promo code that you can use. It is 0BUM, and I'll have that down in the pinned comment below for those of you that want to copy paste it. But that will get you 10% off any of the items that they have on their website that are not part of another sale. So if you wanted to go in and pick up, say, the Delkina or one of the XL ships that they have, this code would work for that, and I would get a commission off of it. Again, links for all that are down below. And that's it for today. Again, thank you to all channel members and viewers for the continued support. See you guys around.